special live. I am so excited for this evening. You have no idea. So, this is kind of, we'll just say take two, not a replay. So, this is take two of our Include a Thank You live. And we have Desiree, owner of Include a Thank You, Desiree Tangles with Paper, in the house. She is going to be doing some Zentangle with us. I texted her earlier today and said, I have an idea. Can you teach me with a charcoal pencil that you send me in my orders how to use that, what I'm supposed to do? So if you've ever gotten an order from Desiree Tangles, you get a little charcoal pencil with, I think there's a blender with it. She'll correct me if I'm wrong when we bring her on. And we're gonna do some hand-free Zentangle like Biddy and I tried, because that was our challenge when Biddy and I went live here a couple weeks ago. And I don't know, maybe she'll give us a rating on how we did, because I know she rewatched the replay, and I hope we lived up to her expectations, because Biddy and I got a little wackadoo with our Zentangle. So I'm super excited. Hello, Gaz, my friend. No sound. Let's see. It might be a volume issue. Let's see. Stand by. Stand by. Now, do I have sound? No? Yes, no? Somebody just tell me if I have sound or not. I'm going to bring in Desiree. Let's see if we have sound with her. All right.
I can hear you. Now I just lost you. Oh, they can hear me.
How's that? I think we got it back.
I think I can hear you.
All right. I'm showing I have sound now on my end. Is that correct? Give me a thumbs up. Just when I thought I had this
Let's see.
figured out.
Well, no, wait a minute. We're getting there.
We're getting there. I'm showing I got a mic reading. So let's just see if somebody can give me a thumbs up. Anybody? Anybody?
And my mic changes colors as I'm talking.
Yeah, same here. Let me just check one thing just to make sure. XLR.
So the Biddy can hear me,
How about
but
now?
there's no volume for you. Oh, technology is awesome.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Try now. Try now. One last time. Try now.
Well, Jim
You gotta
says
love the
maybe
delay
you need.
too. There's a delay. I know that.
Yeah,
Okay, Shawn is very low.
I'm really loud. Imagine that.
Shawn is very
Uh,
low. We're gonna bring this just right up close. How's that? I'm not sure why. My mime skills, yeah. No, I'm not muted. Hey, Melissa, if she can hear me. How's this?
oh my goodness.
Now, can you hear me? Now? Now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to blow anybody's ears.
I
Nobody needs to hear me on
think I can
megaphone.
turn you down just a little bit. Can't hear you. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let me try over here again. Let's try this one. I'm going to mute this one. We're going to try this one. settings on this. Now? Now?
There's still a 1 on sound, Shawn.
How about now? I feel like I hear a reverb though on mine. Now? I don't know what I've done wrong on my end because I didn't change my mic. Stand by. Let's go over here.
Are you sure you're going through your mic and
How about now?
not your computer?
That's what I've just changed on my computer. Yep. Let's just do sound settings. I need to do input would be over to this. This should do it actually. Now? Now? Super, super faint. How about now? How about now?
You're definitely louder on my end.
Check, Mike. Is Mike here? That should have did it, actually.
Oh, no, somebody just came out and said, sorry, same.
Mary Alice. Okay, hang on. I have not a clue with.
Much better. So we've got a winner. They can hear Shawn. It's
Now?
better. Can everyone still hear me?
I can hear you. Hopefully, I just hit another button. Can you guys still hear me? And then we're going to move on.
We are the same.
Yep, it's better. Good to hear you now. All right. We got sound. We got video. We are good to go. And I was just going to start this off with Biddy Penny going, Biddy, I think I figured out the audio from the last time. So, well, Desiree, welcome. 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 I'm going to go to my down camera here.
And thank you so much. So sorry for last time, but it was kind of unavoidable. So,
yeah, no, you know what? Life happens, right?
It does.
That's just the way it goes. So we are still going to do, I asked Des, what are we going to do? She goes, well, we're still going to do the same. So we're going to Zentangle.
We are. We're just going to do a little bit. You can use, oh, Cordelia, we just started here. We were having fun with technology.
Yep.
You can use any stamp you want. I'm not sure. I chose 3.
Okay.
If you guys want to choose the one that I use, we can either say big circle, little circle, or triangles. But you can use any one that you would want to use. So it doesn't matter. If you want to use the same one as I do, you can. And what they choose, that's up to you. And I'm just going to use black VersaFine ink to stamp the image.
We're thinking alike on that one. That's we're on the same page there. That's what I had gotten out was my VersaFine.
Absolutely. We were, Cordelia. Yes, we were waiting just for you. Yes.
Yeah. We were waiting for the prime watcher here to come in.
Yep, exactly. And I'm just going to stamp. Now, I'm using a piece of Bristol because that's just what I use. I like the thickness of it. But you can use, any cardstock, anything that you want to use. It does not matter. It does not have to be Bristol. And I think I'm going to use this oval.
I'm actually excited to see you live do something like I remember doing all the prep work for all the release and all the cards I did. Now I'm just like, especially that oval, like I know what I had for ideas. Now I can't wait to see what you do with it. It's kind of fun to me. I have an idea for my card, and I guess this would be kind of a case card because I did see this on Pinterest. It's been sitting here on this little note piece of paper for a very long time, for the right time to do this one. And so I have decided to pick this one, a Wave of Tangles for this card. but I had some other ideas for the top part of it. So I've gotten out this one, I've gotten out this one, I've gotten out this one, and this one, because I've got ideas for sentiments and ideas to finish this off after I do the main event here with this piece. So I'm going to just start coloring mine to see what comes to mind as I do this, because I might change my mind on these pieces as we go.
Perfect.
And I'm going to do some watercolor, I think, this evening on mine. I always preference watercoloring with yours because they're just so fun to practice with too.
I'm actually just going to sit this up in the corner. Hopefully it'll stay there. Whoops.
And I didn't say, I'm using Fabriano hot press for this one. No particular reason except for the fact I haven't used hot press very much. This one I haven't used very much. It's smoother. I preference the textured papers. So I'm just, no particular reason then, I think I want to try this for this one. That's it. And for my card, I know my design that I'm going to use will be in the middle of my card. So I've centered kind of about where I want, what I want to show, what I know is going to show for my layout.
I am going to stick with, for coloring, I'm going to stick with a chalk and a pencil.
Colored chalk or all black and white?
I think I'm only going to add one color. And then the pencil's going to come in. And then we're going to tangle around this with a very simple tangle.
Okay. Now that I have sound, I'll do my welcomes. So welcome, Melissa. I did say your name, and I don't think we had sound when I said welcome. Cordelia, welcome. Gaz, I did say your name when I was on my silent stage of the program. And Mary, welcome, Mary. Welcome, you guys. Appreciate you guys popping in tonight. Not my normal night for live. We're working out schedules to get Desiree in. Desiree, some of my viewers may not know your Zentangle designs and stuff. Do you want to give them a little like rundown of like how you came up with these, what they are, what is Zentangle, just so they kind of understand?
So Zentangle is just like everything we already do, a form of art. And I was watching another card maker, and she started swatching watercolors. And she had this design that she was using pen strokes, and she had said, this is Zentangle. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And I said, okay, I got to check into this. I've got to look this up, find out what this is about. And I did, and I haven't looked back. So I am, wait a minute, I'll grab something. I am a certified Zentangle instructor. I do in-person, and I have online classes for it. There is a process. It's an 8-step process. Very relaxing, very calming. But as I continued through and kept on teaching and incorporating it onto my channel and all of that, I had a lot of people say, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I have the patience for that. Some people also said I don't have the strength to do this. So that got me thinking, why can't we stamp a tag? And I've never looked back. I believe everyone should have an opportunity to create, whether they can or not. Now so I bring the tangles to them and stamp everything.
And is there a meaning? So I've been meaning to ask: is there a meaning behind each Zentangle? Because I notice on some of your stamps, some of them are the same kind of Zentangle. Do those mean different things, or is it just a form of?
So every tangle has a name, of course, and there is a story behind that tangle. Whether the creators at Zentangle Inc. This was created 20 years ago, this form of art, by a husband and wife. And it came from the wife, who is a phenomenal calligrapher. And she was working on a piece. And when he came down, she realized that she got lost in the piece, meaning she was just so focused on it that she lost time. She was constantly doing that, and he startled her, basically. Wait a minute, I gotta grab some. And that's how Zentangle itself came about. The names of the tangles can be based on what they look like. There's a tangle called floors, and that's because it looks like a pattern that would sit in a floor. Or it was a floor design that they looked at. So these are all patterns that are deconstructed from what we see, or what they saw. And everybody can do these tangles because they are created with strokes that we do every day in our handwriting. And that's how they come about. And then there's other CZTs that just take off. And off of those tangles, they create more tangles.
Now, this was asked of Biddy and I on the last live. Isn't this the same as doodling? And I know what your answer is going to be already. I figured you'd laugh, but to explain the difference.
When I signed up for the certification, they had a Zoom meeting, they broke it down into small groups, and we all got together. And it is, I mean, I used to I called it in there. I said, these are just doodles on steroids. and they laughed, and they're like, we don't call them doodles. And I said, okay, I'm sorry, I'm already kicked out of the class. All right. I didn't mean to offend. And they're like, no, you didn't offend. But no. So it can be, yes, if that's what's comfortable for you to say, that okay, these are nothing more than doodles. True. Very, very true. But you can turn them into something so much more, than just a doodle, because they're non-representational. Um, it's it's something that will just come about. They don't have a specific arc or meaning to them.
Okay.
It's just a different form of art when it comes to that. And I can show some tiles and the way that they're put together in a little bit to show this is what we mean by non-representational, and it's just putting something together when it comes to certain strokes.
I guess concept-wise, if a person looks at doodling as a form of relaxation, and that could that relates to this essentially too, like that lady getting lost in it, right? She
Yes.
lost herself just in the zone of the brain is functioning of a different level when you do this.
You can. When I went through the course, I lost 4 hours of it on a tile that I was working on. I absolutely and completely zoned out and was just focused on that tile, and literally lost a segment of the course and literally had to go back and say, okay, what was that? What did you do there? Because I was doing this.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it's no different than what we do as crafters. Even like you're making a card, and 3 hours later you're still on the same card because
Right.
you get lost in the possibilities and the zone of just relaxing and not worrying about anything else but what's in front of you. You know.
Exactly. Exactly. All right. So I'm just going to use the chalk to color in areas. What's the beauty of a chalk or graphite pencil, whatever that is? We don't care about light source. We don't care how it looks. We don't care where it's coming from. We don't worry about what's up or down. We just put the tangles where they want to fall. And then when we add our pencil, you'll hear me use the term graphite, we just put this down. So you can see I'm literally just scribbling the chalk down into this piece.
And when you say chalk, that is different than a pastel.
It's a chalk pastel.
Okay.
It's a chalk pastel pencil. Yes,
Okay.
that's exactly what it is. And you can see I'm just putting a little bit down here. I'm not worried about a perfect blend. I don't need a perfect blend. I'm just putting the color where I want it.
And what you have now, is that the graphite, or is that's not chalk? That's graphite.
No, this is a light blue chalk pastel.
Oh. That is okay. So let me grab mine because these were gifted to me. I've tried them once and put them away because I didn't get them. So I have these. Is this the same thing?
Let me see. Let me catch up in the video here.
Then I'll open up two.
I'm still seeing your paintbrush.
Oh. It should be moving over. I forgot that you're watching delay.
So they are sticks. Can you use them? You can. They're just not going to get into the finer points of the area.
Got it.
So it's a different form of chalk. So if I bring this up, if everyone sees it, it's not a perfect color. I've scribbled. This is the only thing that's purple because I wanted that to look like a gem. And I used colored pencils on that. So, and it's a lighter color. But now I am going to come in with the pencil. But first, I want to push that out just a little bit. So you can use a Q-tip. I always say, use what you got. Use what you have.
Yep. I have a whole separate pack of Q-tips just in my craft room. Not, I mean,
Q-tips
if I need to use one for my ear while I'm in the craft room, of course I would do that. But like, it's my it's my.
Well, you know, they're there.
Yep.
You know, and all I'm doing is, so this is a blending stump, or a horrible word that I can't pronounce, tortillon. And the difference between a blending stump and a tortillon is hollow and a blending stump is solid. That's the only difference. Also known as Q-tip. Get a Q-tip. Yes. And all I'm doing is just in small circles going over where I've put that chalk. And you can see it's now smoothing out. And that's all I'm doing.
But no, I wasn't looking. No Gamsol or anything like that.
Nope. Oh, no. No.
Okay, so this is not like a colored pencil smoothing out thing.
Nope. Nope. You will be amazed that the Q-tip or the blending stump, whatever you're using, you can see these here is what I just used, and then this is what I'm about to go into. Gotcha. So you don't have to be neat. No coloring necessary. We're just small circles going over that area. Don't worry about a perfect blend. And you're just adding this dimension in no time.
Yeah.
You can do this with any image. You do not, if you're interested in chalks, you can use it on a floral image. You can use it on a little critter. And that's what that piece looks like now. And that's just with the color chalk. Now I'm going to come in with pencil. This is a pencil. This is a number 2 pencil.
Oh yeah, that's the little black pencil you send with your little orders.
Yep. Everybody gets one of these and a blending stump whenever you get a stamp set. Yep. That is always included. So some of you have multiple pencils and multiple blending stumps. Yes. But you can, if you just have a pencil, this is a number 2 HB Dixon Ticonderoga. Mechanical pencils, I don't recommend. You want to use one of these. And now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to keep it closer to this line. And you can see my hand, I'm just going back and forth. I'm not making sure that it's got a perfect blend. It looks scratchy. It's got squiggles. It's a technical term.
Is that graphite the same as the regular penciled graphite, or this is same thing? Okay.
No, yeah, it's really the same thing. It's just their logo is sitting on it. If you have drawing pencils, if you have a 2HB or a 2B or 4B, a 6B, 8B, absolutely. It's going to be a little darker, which is fine. I'm heavy-handed with the graphite. I like what it does because you'll see that the piece, when you blend this out, the graphite makes the tangle come to life. It makes it look dimensional. It pushes things to the back that you don't want to the forefront. And you'll see that if you guys want to see some pieces, some other tiles that I've done, you can see just by putting this graphite down, you can change the direction of what something looks like.
Gaz, these are not watercolored pencils. They are a chalk pencil,
yes.
Which she was explaining. So I'm using watercolor pencils. Mine have just been shaved down into a little palette. But they started out as these Tim Holtz Distress watercolored pencils. So that's what I'm using. She's using complete chalk and a graphite pencil on hers. Well, hello, Walter. Welcome, my friend. Walter and I do the Men of Monroe on Wednesdays.
Oh, well, hello.
Yeah, a couple questions in there just on the Shawn, the design you're doing looks like Mendy. They're asking if you're able to zoom in a little bit so they can kind of get a close up of what you're doing.
Oh, am I going to mess any technology up?
Well, not on my end, I don't think, if you zoom.
Oh,
I know.
okay, guys.
It makes me nervous. Shouldn't mess me up, so.
How's that? Did that?
You did. It did
Oh,
zoom. Yeah, you zoomed. Can you do it a little bit more?
oh, how's that?
Didn't move.
Oh,
No.
it wants to do it, but then it goes back to where it is.
Okay, you did get a little closer.
I did get a little closer. All right, well, let's do this. Hang on. Hang on. We can do this. Hang on. Let's see. I know I have found it. You might hear a crash. It's all good.
She is checking on the zoom. Oh, there you go.
There you go. How's that?
That's perfect. That's much better.
Did that work?
Yep.
Okay. I don't have the double screen on my phone here, but that's okay.
Yep.
I can hear you. That's all that matters.
That looks good.
Okay.
I know the way I bring people in for it to go through my program. It's like we have to do the chat room, and I bring you in off of that. So I tell people you got to open up if you want to see what's going on screen. Open up your YouTube and watch.
So I'm just going in circular motions.
Old school zoom for the win.
Yeah, see? Little table here.
Yep.
Works. Now I'll forget that I put something down on the floor and I'll trip over it, but that's okay.
Right.
Because that's what I do.
I find with your stamps too, when I go to do a design or do a card, I'm just thinking out loud now is what I'm doing. You were talking about getting lost. I'm like, I actually kind of like when I start, I have to sit and look at it for a while, going, okay, what do I want to do today? What should I make? How should I design this out? And then once it starts, flowing and coming to me, then it's like I just start like I did at the beginning, and then I'm like, okay, now I want to get this stamp out because I got an idea for this one, and then you just get lost, and then you start coloring it, and you get lost even more.
Absolutely, it is. It's very relaxing. But again, I heard, and I understand when people say, I can't do that. I experience a condition that I have, and I was in remission for a little bit, thought we were in the clear, and I was not. When it came back, I suffered from hand tremors. So I could not, it was very difficult for me to do this. And very upsetting because I do enjoy this. For me, it is relaxing. Now, fortunately, I was able to get through that, and not have to worry about that right now. But I understood that, and that's where the stamps came in. People were loving what was being created, but I totally understood to say I just couldn't. I can't do that. I'm just coming in with a white chalk now to go down some of these lines here.
The cool thing is, though, you can still do these stamps and get the benefit of doing Zentangle.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's what you can do with chalks. Now, you can certainly use watercolor pencils. You can certainly use watercolors. You can use watercolor pencils. I like using watercolor pencils with a blender pen. If you remember, I don't know if everyone remembers the Stampin' Up! Blender pens. I love those pens. That's how I'll use watercolors a lot of times on these. Colored pencils. You can use colored pencils on these. So, you've got all these different abilities to do that. And now when we stamp, we can do embossing powders and we can do mixed media and we can do this and that. It's not that we can't do it when we tangle, but it's a little more limited because Zentangle's done with our pens, and those pens are archival fine liners. Here I have a Micron 01 that I'm now going to use when it comes to the outside of this piece, because this is a large. I like real estate for my cards. I gotta have space when it comes to my cards.
You like a lot of real estate on your cards.
I like a lot of real estate. I do. I never know where I'm going with a card. It's not something that I plan out. So, like for tonight, I knew, okay, this is what I'm showing. This is what you wanted us to do. But I had no idea that, okay, this is the stamp that I'm going to use, and now this is what I'm going to do. So now it's just coming to me. So with Zentangle, we can do what's called aura-ing. And aura-ing is nothing more, and it's a fine point. Now, you don't have to use this fine of a point. You can use any size fine liner you want to use. It's where we mimic what's in front of us. And what I mean by that is I'm going to copy this curve, and I'm going to go all the way around it.
Aura-ing.
Called aura-ing. Now, if anyone is interested, and I need my other glasses. I'm sorry. I changed my glasses. I actually zoomed myself the old way. Here we go. Okay, now I can see. So aura-ing, and I hope my hand's not in the way. I'm putting a gap between my line and the stamped line. And my hand doesn't move. My paper moves. It's like when we fussy cut. Our scissors don't move. The paper moves.
Do you Zentangle the same way?
Yeah, my right hand stays in the same position and I move my paper. Just like I'm doing right now.
Yeah, Melissa, I call it adult coloring. She's like, this is just the adult version of my what we were talking about earlier, the doodling as a kid.
Yep, absolutely. When I'm in meetings, I have one of the best books because I just sit there, or I have a piece of scrap paper, because that's really what's keeping me awake. It's not the meeting. Yeah, just saying. So we just auraed that. Now, can we tell the difference between the stamp and the pen?
No, not really.
But let's do it. We're going to aura this again. but we're going to add some fun things to this. So before I aura, I'm going to come off this line, and I'm going to do a curve, and then I'm going to come back and put a teardrop on the end. And I'm going to color in that teardrop. Okay. Just a line and a teardrop, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And I'm going to do another one. Except I'm going to go this way.
I'm gonna try this as soon as I'm done coloring in my orange, because I know where my card's gonna lay out here. I'm gonna try that in the middle of this design, I think.
Come across this way. Come across that way.
I had to stop for a second. I almost get lost just watching you do it.
And then we have that one. So now we have these googly things. And that's a tangle. This little guy right here, that's a tangle. It's called fescue. And now I'm going to aura this whole thing again. And then we're even going to go around our sentiment that we put in. So we just pick a spot and we're going to aura it. Well, first I'm going to ink in these corners.
So is that the same as, are these all fescues like on your leaves that you have? And then on this one, which is also another one of my favorites, the Tangled Bloom, are these fescues on these?
The fescues are the ones that jot out.
Yep.
The main leaves, that's called flux.
Got it.
So before I aura again, whenever I have a sharp point, so like right here, there's like a it's not a smooth curve, it's a sharp point. I'm going to round it. So I'm just coming in, rounding that, and then I'm inking that area in. So now I've got a smooth curve leaning up to fescue. And I can just keep adding to it. And I can do it on both sides if I want. There are no rules, which is very good for me. And you can see it looks like now they're kind of embedded into the piece when we do this rounding. And then our last one. Looks like a bug, but it's not a bug. Now we're going to aura all of this again. And then this time, since we don't have the sharp curves, we're going to be able to continue to move in a smooth way. And we always take our time. Art is not a race. And when I get to my sentiment, I'm going to drop down. And then I'm going to come back up. And then follow our path again.
Did you say this? The tracing part is the aura part. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
When we're following the same shape that is before us, we are auraing that line. And you can make it as thick and thin as you want.
Oh, thank you, Mary. I am just doing a simple watercolor highlight in corner or darken it in corners, blend it out, tapping in color. I like to just do my blue. I like the blooming part of watercolor, so that's what I just keep trying to do is just get my shadows going and then just let it kind of bloom where it wants to bloom with the water. And I lay down a pretty decent puddle of water so it puddles in between my. I decided to emboss this last minute, so it's all embossed rather than use my VersaFine.
And that's our second layer. But we can continue to add even more to this. That's the fun of it. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into those corners again. And I'm going to ink those up just to round them out. That would be my cat snoring, if anyone can hear that.
I did.
Did you? That was my cat. He was stretching, and he's on my chair that, of course, is leather. Yeah.
It's almost like we had pugs for the longest time, and those little suckers can snore like nobody's business too.
Yeah, he was stretching and all that fun stuff. And we can add even more. We can even add pockets into these, but first I'm going to add some orbs. We know them as circles. I call them orbs.
You common folk know them as circles.
Yeah. Or the letter O or number 0. These are the things that we know them as. Absolutely. But we do. We have different terminology in it. And the reason why do we call them orbs? Because it takes away when we think of a circle, we think of something perfectly round, perfectly symmetrical. An orb doesn't have to be. An orb can be the way that you want it to be. Whether you want it to be an oval shape, whether you want it to be big and bold, it can be anything that you want it to be. I'm just going to put a few in here. Just nestle them in. And then areas around it, I'm just filling that in as well.
Hi, Melissa. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, you'll have to finish. You got to come back and see what Desiree ends up with here. In about 2 seconds, I'm gonna need your guidance. I'm gonna try some of this at the end of my card here.
Awesome. But that's the beauty of it. With this technique, you can do it with any stamp you have.
All right, so if I want to do, I don't have like a pen like I do have like a fine point black Sharpie.
You can use that.
Would that work?
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
have. Okay.
You can use a ballpoint pen. We can tangle with anything.
So if I want to fill in, let's just do it over here, more space. If I want to fill in this section, I would probably first start out by doing the aura-ing and trace
You always
around
want to
it.
do, yeah, you always want to do your outside line first, your aura-ing first, and then you want to pull out the fescues, the little jets,
Okay.
the little pokey fingers coming out.
And no matter what the shape is, just follow the shape.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Now, everyone, we're going to get very quiet.
This is probably going to bloom out because of the paper, but I get the idea. Does it matter? Can I do as far out as I want, or close?
Yep.
So it doesn't matter.
There's no rules.
Okay.
There's no rules, and there's no eraser.
It really makes you, it really forces you to concentrate. That's for darn sure.
It slows you down.
Yep.
It lets you forget. This this art is actually now being brought into the psychology field for those that have mental challenges like anxiety.
Yep.
And they are finding it very therapeutic for them to handle and for them to be able to work through their anxieties, which I think is wonderful. I do not suffer from that, but I do react to severe storms, especially wind. Yeah, so I would not be good in Tornado Alley.
Right.
But I find that we've just had some very powerful storms come through my area, and when I know they're coming, I actually start doing this, and I'm able to go right through it.
All right. I've started my
Oh, you got a fescue.
fescue. Is that right? Now I'm just kind of finding a curve and going off of a curve, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can go either way. They all don't have to go the same way.
Okay.
They can be short, they can be long, they can be wiggly. Anything you want. There are no rules. Neil, in this, I mean, I'm on my, let's see, how many levels do I have here? 1, 2, 3. So I've done 3 aura levels. And you can see I've added some orbs. I did the fescues first. You can add other things. If I look here, I can add
Desiree, I'm not sure if they're getting it or not. I'm getting some static when you talk. Like,
Oh no, you guys hearing statics?
I'm not sure if they are or not. It could be my earphones or my end, but if anybody else is hearing static, just comment because it's. If not, then I will live with it on my end if they aren't hearing it.
Oh, Melissa, that's great. This is a way grown up version of what I did as a kid. I used to take a black crayon and doodle and scribble and then use other critters to color inside the shapes like stained glass. Yes! Yes!
And now, when you do this, is it in this order? Does it have to be in this form? Is this in this order? Aura, then my fescules, then my orbs?
You can do it any way you want.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you always want to start with an aura first because then that helps your image to stand out.
Okay.
To be that focal point. Then you can add anything you want. You can see now I'm actually adding orbs inside of a pocket because I can. And these are all tangles. I can have a little area here that just jets out crazily. And then I can add lines in here. This tangle that I'm doing right in here is called Knight's Bridge. It's a grid tangle.
I just love the fact that there's a name and there's a purpose or a style for it. Like that I can just appreciate.
And you'll see why this is called Knight's Bridge. Once I get all my lines in here.
Now, did you watch enough of the replay from Biddy and I? How did we do for our first run?
You guys did awesome.
I mean,
awesome.
you can be honest. You can be honest with us.
No, you guys did awesome. I look at it this way. I think when we create, anybody creates, I love the fact that in this, paper's my favorite medium. I love paper. There's just so much that we can do with it. Whether we're a card maker, whether we make journals, whether we do scrapbook albums, whether we tangle or doodle on it, we're doing something with paper. And I just love the fact that if we all had the same supplies and doing the same thing, they'd all be different.
Yep.
I love that being creative allows for inspiration. It allows for ideas. It allows for expression. And trust me, I get it. It is tough to get to that place where you're comfortable.
Right.
I was that person, had to have what that person had, and why is my piece not coming out the same way? I don't understand this. I get that. And it took me a while to say, you know what? I like what I'm creating. Yes, I've got the same things they do, but I'm giving it my own spin, or I'm making it my own. I just love it. I just love all forms of creativity, and I love seeing what everyone's creating and how they interpret. You guys did awesome.
Biddy's like, we can handle the truth.
No, you guys did awesome. You guys did awesome. I am just amazed and in awe when I see you two. After you create with my stamp sets, I am honored to have you guys as part of my.
Well, appreciate that.
Very much so. You guys take them just to a different place. I kind of stick with, yeah, it's a Zentangle. I'm going to grab my pencil and I'm going to color with a pencil. And who would have thought you could color with a pencil?
But you know that falls true for even Biddy and I using the same things, and her style is definitely different than my style.
Yes.
You know?
And I love it. I love it. I love watching it unfold.
Okay, so I'm trying the pencil thing. I just scribbled and now I'm just blending, right?
Yeah. You're just taking the pencil, and when you, so let's do this.
Mine didn't come out as smooth as yours, but
Oh, no, we don't need that. So here, we'll use this one. Okay, this piece will come back. So we have that. So when you use, whether it's your pencil, and I'm going to stamp this, I'm just going to go off camera just a minute here. Because I think if I put my stamp positioner on this, I'm going to hurt somebody because I'm going to hit the camera. I'm just saying. I'm going to hit the camera. All right, so let me stamp this.
I know, Biddy. Did you see my little face, like getting the camera? I'm like, I'm so happy. Look what I just did. You missed it, but I like got my face in the camera pointing because I got to the second. What do you call this? The second. What is it called again? Orb.
It's called an orb, aka
no. Second layer. I did my second RR.
Aura-ing.
Aura.
I know I can't say it either. Yeah. It's a bad word for me to pronounce as well.
But look, I'm pretty impressed with that. Like, yeah.
Okay. That looks awesome. And because you've got all of those bright colors and the boldness, the Sharpie looks great.
Yeah, like I think that looks pretty good against that.
Yes, it looks great. Not pretty good. It looks great. So when you're putting down your graphite or a chalk,
okay,
just put it down. So here I have this image stamped again. Just put it down. I mean, I'm not, because the beauty of it, when you move it, and you can see I am not being neat here at all, because you don't need to be. And again, we do not care about any light source. We don't care of its direction. We don't worry, okay, well, the light source is coming from the right side. Right. So everything is dark. No.
I do that rarely, even with florals and stuff. It's too complicated. I just do what I want to do.
I don't want to think. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm with you. So look how that looks like a hot mess.
I mean, my stuff is not going to be sitting in the Louvre, so I don't expect. I mean,
wouldn't it be awesome though if it would?
Sure, but yes.
And then with your Q-tip or whatever you're using,
okay,
I just go small circles, and you can see how that it just pulls out. You don't need to have the perfect blend. You don't need to have, and as you continue, you can go in a straight line. I'm going back and forth in a straight line. You're not looking, it's not like you're coloring with pencils and using your Gamsol or anything like that. And as you continue to get into the graphite that you've put down, there's graphite on your blending stump or your Q-tip that you can use in other areas. And you can see the difference. You've got these pieces here compared to the ones that I haven't touched yet.
Yep.
All you need to do. And again, this can be used for anything you guys have in your stash.
All right, so I did the Q-tip. Now I'm trying blending. Blending stump does work a little bit better.
It will. Absolutely, it will. I mean, I'm one, my finger sometimes will always come in here too. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work. And, but it's true. These do make it work a lot better. They're very inexpensive.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. I mean, you can get like 12 of these at Dick Plick for like $2.
Yep. I usually buy the big pack because I do go through them a fair amount. So, and I
Yep.
like the different sizes.
Yep. But now that's just, now it looks like that those rays coming off that center are sitting up. They're being pulled away from that oval.
I got a little too much. Mine is less dimensional than yours, but it's a start.
But you know what? Yeah. See, and I'm very heavy-handed with the graphite. This is calm. This is very calm for me.
Yeah. I did pretty heavy. I went pretty heavy.
I'm very heavy with the graphite. And you can, if you go lighter, and then I'll actually come in with just a single line right next to those areas. Just draw that line and then just swipe over it to even make it darker.
Yep.
And you can see even now, it looks like it's going into the paper now.
Exactly.
That ripped away. So that's what a pencil can do. Just a number 2 pencil. That's all this is. I'm so heavy-handed with the graphite that I'll even go with a Faber-Castell came out with black matte pencils. They're darker than an 8B, which is one of the darkest that you could have gotten in drawing pencils. It's like a 12B. Oh, it's awesome. It's just so dark. It's so dark, so rich. It's fantastic. Some people say, okay, that's a little extreme. No, it's not.
But I will say, because I've gotten 2 of those pencils now from stuff I've gotten from you, and I've never tried it because I thought it was too, honestly, like I knew it was probably a pencil or charcoal. People were calling it charcoal, so I'm like, oh, I've never done charcoal before. Like, I'm not sure even I didn't know how to blend it. So I'm like, I've never attempted. It's actually easier. It's not complicated at all.
It's not. It's not. So now that I've added a little bit of Knightsbridge up here, Knightsbridge checkerboard, see, Knights. This down here is called Diva Dance underneath the sentiment, where it's just a thicker line. And now that's Max snoring away again. And now I'll probably just do this last one and then probably just one more because I'll have something coming off the bottom.
I'm going to start putting my card together.
Yep, and I am about there as well.
Again, this is a kind of a cased card, and I'm actually kind of copying. I can't remember who it was. I should have went and looked, but I've had this piece of paper sitting here for this idea for a while, so it would probably take me a while to find where I got this on Pinterest, but it's kind of a torn reveal kind of card. Thank you, Mary Alice.
I like the colors.
Mary, thank you so much for hanging. Give those puppers a nice little walk. They deserve it as well. And for those watching, you have about how many releases do we do a year? I know we were talking earlier, but for these guys, what's your normal plan?
For the stamps?
Yeah.
So I do 2 releases a year, and there's 4 stamp sets in each of the releases. So I come out with 8 total stamp sets every year.
And then do you theme them? I mean, is it like the typical spring, fall, holiday? What would you how would you categorize it, if at all?
So usually for each of the launches, there's something to do with that time frame. So like the fall winter, there's something usually for Christmas and or fall. And then for the spring and summer, it's usually has more florals that comes through. So, and it all depends, it all depends. Okay, what am I looking for? What am I looking to do? But I think this release coming up, I'm kind of sort of excited about it. This one's pretty different.
Any inspiration from this one that you can
Yes.
give away?
I got there is inspiration from a very special person. And that I'm gonna keep that part a secret.
Okay.
Until we launch. But yeah. Yeah, this one's very special to me. And usually, and all my collections are. There's always something that makes me go, okay, yeah, I really like that. I like what that's doing. But I like it when either that someone follows me or because like last year for the fall winter, one of my followers, she asked a simple question: could we have leaves?
Oh, I remember that. I do remember that.
And I'm like, yeah, I think we can. And I was able to put her name in the stamp.
It is? Like in
In
the
the
name or in the leaf itself?
it's actually in the name of the stamp set. So if you look at the name of the Tangled Leaves stamp set,
Is it Leah?
the A, the V, and the E are capitalized.
Oh, Ava.
Yes.
Yes. And I'll be honest, this is in my top 2 favorite stamp sets. I use this I love this leaf stamp set. It's in my top 2 faves.
Okay, I'm gonna remove my handmade zoom. Does everybody see that? So what I did was these are mukas that are coming off of that, and I actually extended them from what was already in the stamp. So it looks like they're coming out from underneath all of the auras that we did. So I just continued those lines out.
And those are what? Lucas?
These are called mukas. Mooka.
Mukas. Okay.
Mukas. All right, now let's see if I can get that back there.
I know I did a little bit tonight. I can't wait to take the next stamp set of yours that I use, not necessarily the new one, and actually now try what you did. Like, just work off of it and add my thing to it. Now that I understand it a little bit, having you explain it, I can't wait to try something.
Any image anybody has can be used.
Oh yeah.
But now by all means, as I said, I'm about to come out with another stamp set or stamp collection. It's gonna be end of October, beginning of November, I believe. And I forgot to switch my glasses. And then I also, if anyone is interested in the Zentangle method and want to learn it, I do have a course available in my Podia. The Introduction to Zentangle, if you're interested. I've got all kinds of things. I also have a community. It's free, where we do all kinds of fun techniques with cards. And then I do have a paid level as well. But both levels are getting Zentangle. So yeah, I'm all over the place. Absolutely.
Cordelia, I didn't realize that's when you started following me. Cordelia's like, that's when she subscribed to my channel, is when I did that release with all your cards.
Yes. Because I pushed everyone over there. I'm like, okay, you gotta check these out.
Hey,
I only saw a couple of them.
I honestly just feel really blessed to be on the teams I'm on. I'm 2 years into this, almost a little over to the date, and over 1,000 subscribers. I feel I'm just blessed to be doing it and having fun doing it. So
always gotta have fun doing this. Always.
All right. I am digging this little like tear reveal thing, actually. And I have to say too, I have to add this in there. And I was thinking about this when I was looking for my sentiment earlier. You have the best sentiments. I mean, I like the fact that you have such positive sentiments on every single stamp set. There's something so positive. Like I'll be like one of my favorites, and it actually almost made me tear on your last release on the Tangled Floral box. Just the be authentic to me is like come on, seriously. So I love your sentiments. Really love your sentiments.
Oh, thank you. No, I'm very particular with my sentiments. It's tough to explain. I mean, I love encouragement sentiments, but not all of them. It's the best way that I can say.
Yeah.
But I like the be you and be authentic and be yourself and use your wings. And I've got a couple quotes in the last release that they are up there. There's 5 quotes that I absolutely always go to, and they're from very odd personalities.
I love that.
They are. I mean, one's from Stephen King, the other one's from Edgar Allan Poe, Tolkien, and then Einstein. So I just look at different types of quotes. But I do hope everyone, let's see, Mary's Happy Creations. Oh, I hope you do look into it. I'm always available for questions. So reach out. I think you'll love it. It's very relaxing. Now while he's finishing that up, I'll show you, Mary, if you do get yourself involved, hang on.
And I will say I got a sneak peek before we started of the next stamp release. It's like no other release she's had. It is beautiful, and it's Zentangle. It doesn't look anything like her current stamp set, and it speaks. I think it really speaks volumes of what she was at the time. At the time thing. It's beautiful. I cannot wait to play with the new stuff. I just can't. It's bitty. I know, right?
So, Mary, these are the things that you can do. And again, basic strokes. There's nothing fancy or different with these strokes. Absolutely nothing. It's all basic. I do have kits available in my shop if you're interested, but you can tangle on anything. Copy paper, use a ballpoint pen, use a Q-tip to blend, a number 2 pencil. You don't need the fancy stuff, but it is available if you're curious. But these simple strokes, just simple strokes.
Simple strokes for simple people.
It's all of what it is. I find it. This is actually a stamp that Anthony's Paper Craft had at one point, and I tangled within it because it was just lines. So yeah, Mary, I hope you will. I hope you'll check it out. And again, always here for questions. Always here for questions. But it is a lot of fun.
Mary,
It
just
is.
curious, do you have any of the stamps? I'm just curious if you've used Desiree stuff before or not. Because, I mean, honestly, Des, I'd love to do a class. I'm going to have to take a class from you, too, because this tonight just really relaxed me and everything, to draw more, just to do that more. But I'd like to know if Mary has any of it even, and then if it's speaking to her, you know. It looks like I got a little bit of that pencil in on this, so I wonder how I can balance that out quick.
Oh, I love the torn paper too. Okay.
I'm going to do pencil on the other side to even this out. What do I do with my pencil?
And I'm fine with the strap that you all are seeing on my arm. I'm fine. Oh, she's. Oh, okay. Mary's now scoping out the website.
Nice.
And I don't get crazy with the newsletter either. So
we're not wasting time. Let's do it.
No, she's not. But if you go to like the other pages, you'll see the classes that I have there and all of that. So
Biddy, yes, yes, and yes. Absolutely.
Mary, if you're interested in the, I wonder if I have, I think I do. Do I have? I think on the website, the communities listed there. Mary, if it's not, if you go to my lives, you'll see a link there. Even in the free level, there's a tangle that comes out each month. And she's getting the Facebook page alerts as well. Okay. All right, Mary, you are on a roll. Okay, so go to the YouTube channel, Mary, and go to the lives and get into the free Podia group. There's a tangle that comes out every month. Now, of course, in the paid group, you get the step out as well, which is a page you can print down. Sorry, that's got to go into the paid group. But there is a tangle, and there's 2 videos where I'll walk you through each of your the tangle. And then the second video, I don't speak. You just watch the tangle go onto a tile. And then that is go. Biddy's cheering her on. Go, Mary, go. She is okay. And then, like I said, there is an introduction to Zentangle in the Podia online courses as well, where we go through 2 tiles on that. And you learn about it. I actually go into great detail of what that is. And how it came about and the 8 steps. There's 8 complete steps to them. But you'll tangle on anything. My husband gets nervous because he's waiting for me to tangle on a wall one day. Yeah. He is. It would be cool. It would be really cool. But yeah. But you can see, you can just keep adding it and making it part of what it is. It's very relaxing. It's a lot of fun. It's addicting. It's great to say, addicting, relaxing. You kind of teeter back and forth. But Shawn, I love your card. I love it. I love the colors. Torn paper. Who doesn't love tearing paper?
Totally. I saw this and I was like, I literally had this on my counter for probably a month, and then I was like, this is the one. This is the, you have something, but it's got to be the right card. And then tonight I'm like, this is the one for tonight. So, I just did simple watercoloring with watercolor pencils, and then I added, I did the Zentangle on the ends because I wanted to save these and make another card out of them with the auras and the shading and stuff here. I did add the shading though on the sides with the dark edges to make it the depth part of it.
I see that. Yes. I love it. Yeah. I absolutely love it. Those colors you chose, it looks like a comic book. Look at those bookmarks.
Oh
That
yeah.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, Shawn, that is awesome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really quick, I don't see any likes on this video. Give us a thumbs up. It seems like you guys just really, really liked this video and liked what we did this evening. So please smash that thumbs up. Would love to have you subscribe to my channel if you are not. I put out Desiree stuff here. At least a video once a month for Desiree. Plus, I post on Instagram for Desiree once a month as well. And would love to have you follow along. I think everybody needs to be like Mary and go subscribe to everything and anything Desiree. So, yeah, go get on her newsletter, go get on her website. And then lastly, before you go to bed, go over to includeathankyou.com and check out these stamp sets. You're going to have to get some. And when did you say this new release is coming out? Possibly October, November?
End of October, definitely no later than the beginning of November. Okay. So I'm just a little bit later than normal with this. So
got it. Yeah, maybe I haven't refreshed my screen, so I need to probably refresh my screen, so I apologize. I have 0, but 9, I'll take it. Yeah, head on over, check out her releases. I will tell you, just if anybody wants to know, my all-time favorite is, I'll get them out. This is probably number 2 favorite. My number 1 favorite at the moment, because it changes, is the Tangled Heart is my favorite at the moment.
Oh, thank you. That one was my favorite. Yeah, not with everyone else.
This one I'm addicted to right now. I actually have, I just put it away, but I have 2 samples. I've colored this one twice already to make cards into. This is my 3rd favorite because I love these botanicals. So this is the Tangled Botanical. And there's just, this one to me is like options. So these are my top 3. If you're going to go over there, you've got to put these 3 in your basket. So that's all there is to it. Desiree, I'm going to go up to my face cam. I know you have your down cam.
Yeah, I can't twist to show my face.
That's okay. That's all right. Don't forget to hit that smash and like button. Would love to have you guys follow both of us. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us this evening. We got into, what is it, an hour and a half live. So we're up in the Desiree territory for the lives. So we done good.
Oh, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. And again, I apologize for last time being the no-show, but I hope you all had a good time. I hope you see that you can change the stamps that you've got with a pencil.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Desiree, thank you so much for hanging with me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you letting me just do what I want to do with your stuff on your design team. And I am just honored to be on your design team, especially next to Bitty Penny, the queen of paper and you name it. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys. Bye-bye.
See yous.